minimizing charisma, maximizing intelligence, shooting someone in the crotch with a cannonball, thrust, propulsion. It's science-y.
Why you always gotta be blowing my spot up like that? There are my runes. There they are. I'm not mad. Science needs art and art needs science. They both need each other to function properly.
There are ways to figure out what the paper is really saying.
And then I'm ready to get on Twitter and yell at people about doing their own research on...
Whoa, hold on there, sports fan.
Kyle Hill, everybody! He's the next generation of science communicator. I'm gonna be too old at a certain point to do those terrible things to my body, and it'll be up to you.
He's got like a lion's mane. This guy's amazing. Kyle Hill.
I'm Boo Rambo.
The universe is indifferent to you. Whether or not you have amazing hair, the universe doesn't care.
How are trees pushing past this pressure limit? Ah! Behold, my balls. Now we're getting somewhere, but I still don't think it's worthy of G.R.R. Martin's suspender.
I'm totally right? Post up photos of my freaking hair.
Awaken, my child. Now you have grown strong enough.
Chat, welcome. Welcome to my gigantic office. We're here to negotiate your salary. 10%? Sure, why not? Happy to have everyone here. Show enough. What up, my man? Thanks for showing up. Faux show, as the kids say. Welcome. Today we are back to celebrate the classic that is Starcraft, because I have some teammates that have qualified for the Esports Worlds Cup in Starcraft this summer. So we're continuing on our quest to beat the campaigns that I have not beaten in 25 years or whatever it is. Please, take a seat. Take a seat. But not too close to me. Not too close. Not too close. Not too close. I know it's a regular to have the gaming stream on the weekday, but I will be traveling this weekend, and I don't want to miss another stream for y'all nerds. So today we will continue sciencing the crap out of StarCraft 2 and anything else that you want to talk about. I know a move. I know how to do a move. I've been a-moving. I'm a mover. So we'll be sciencing that and everything else. I won't be here this weekend, but that's because I'll be doing important nuclear things. Where will you be doing them, Kyle? Great question.
Awaken, my child. Now you have grown strong enough.
Indeed. Here in La Facilidad, that's where we explore and explain everything underneath the stars and beyond. Happy to have everybody here on Twitch and YouTube, whatever your viewing preference may be. Today, continuing through StarCraft 1. Of course, a horse. Zerg campaign. Like I said, it's weird to do it on a weekday, but I am appearing at the American Nuclear Society this weekend. I don't know why the music is doing that. It's fine. But yeah, I'll be appearing at the American Nuclear Society this weekend. I'll be talking with students and teachers for one thing at Argonne National Laboratory, and then for another thing, I'll be on a panel for industry professionals talking about nuclear communications. So that's where I'll be this weekend. Of course, if you want all of the updates, all the new videos early, we even have discount codes on the new merch that dropped today that I should be wearing. I only just now thought about it. The internet is dead merch if you want to check that out. That's shop.kylehill.net. Also, if you want to become a member of the facility and get all that early, get those discount codes, join the members-only Discord, which is quite popular, I hear. Get live streams once a month. It's patreon.com/Kyle Hill. And while we're gaming, if you have any questions, comments, corrections, of course, spam it up in the chat, but you can also try Super Chat or TTS or Bits or whatever you want to do once we get into the gaming, like Liz Calvert always does. Liz with the 5. Tiny Human question of the week. Is it possible to harness electrons from space for infinite energy? Well, as you know, as I'm sure you know, science time, that the flow of electrons is what electricity is. And so if there was a bunch of electrons flowing through space and you're able to collect those in some sort of way, then maybe you could get electricity out of it. But I don't think what you mean exists in like a consistent harnessable flow or collection of electrons in space. I'll redirect your question. It seems possible that we can beam energy from one place to another as a kind of wireless energy system, but we don't have anything like that just yet. And there's high energy particles in space, of course. A horse, of course. You know what I mean? I know Tesla toyed around with wireless beaming of energy from place to place. There's an idea to just use lasers to fire photons from one place to another to get energy from one place to another. But I don't think any of that has been realized practically yet. It's all theoretical. But yes, chat, today more Starcraft. Rainbow Dash, thank you for the 22 months, my dude. Hope you've been well. The other energy, laser shores, thank you for the 5. The other, I mean, there's a poopy doop, welcome. There's other energy that you can get from space, right? So when, science time, when, I'm sure you've heard in science fiction stories, like ramjets, or helium-3, stuff like that. Ramjets is one conceptual design where you shoot yourself through space, but then there's a cone on the front that's always collecting fuel that you convert into reaction mass and reaction, and you fling it out the back and you go forward. Helium-3 you hear of if you're a Starcraft. Not Starcraft, Mass Effect fan, you hear about helium-3 a lot and mining helium-3 from the moon and other places like that. Helium-3, I think, is it helium with an extra neutron? It must be. Someone correct me on that. But helium-3 would be used in potential fusion reactors. But why? Because helium-3 doesn't produce the same neutron flux in a fusion reactor, theoretically. And so you don't get the massive amount of material activation in a fusion reactor, which is to say, you don't get a bunch of the reactor's material turned radioactive because so much neutron flux is flowing through it and on it and at it. So you don't have the same activation problem, so you don't have the same nuclear waste problem. And that's the advantage of helium-3. I think it's less energy dense for the reaction, though. I'd have to double check. So I think, heavy hydrogen, like deuterium and tritium, is more... Oh, it's definitely more energy dense because it is... The binding energy is lower on the curve. I think everything that I just said is true. Helium-3 has one less neutron, not one more neutron. Is that true, Quint? Am I right? Am I wrong? Someone correct me. I'm not a physics doctor. I'm but a traveler in these nuclear parts. It has one less neutron. Oh, because a helium nucleus has 4. See, now that's confusing. Science time. So when we like in nuclear circles, when you talk about deuterium and tritium, yeah, helium-4 is a standard form. I understand that. But when you talk about deuterium and tritium, you'd often call that like H2 or H3 because it has one more neutron. It either has 1 neutron or it has 2 neutrons, making it 3 particles. Oh, I guess that does. And this would have 1 less particle, so it's just the denotion of particle number. Okay, all right, fine. All right, that makes sense, I guess. Blank all day, you are the bestest person ever. Bear hug, don't squeeze me, I'll poop.
Awaken, my child. Now you have grown strong enough.
Frozen Kingdom, welcome. You know I'm here for some StarCraft. I expect some... Here's my face. I expect some Serral levels of APM. Do you know that Serral? Hey, look at my monitor for a second. See that? This stream is powered by BASILISK, the very same esports team that Serral, the Finnish phenom, is on. He qualified for Esports World Cup along with our other 2 players, Serral. So that's Serral and Reynor and Trigger. And they're all going to EWC later this summer. I'm actually, I don't know if you knew this, chat, but I'm now actually the head of science outreach and education at BASILISK, our esports team. So I will be cheering on Raynor and Serral and Trigger. And I've also asked to see if we can do a little watch party when our boys start playing. I think that'll be fun. It won't be as sciencey, but we got to support the gentlemen. So will you be seeing Serral levels of APM? Absolutely not. But actually, one of the last comments left on the last stream was, oh, this is like amateur hour StarCraft. Yeah, dog, I haven't played this game in longer than you've been alive, you little baby boy. Kyle, is that what you're looking at during daddy time? I have no idea. No? What? No. What? No. Huh? No. What? No. Huh? No. Huh? No. Yeah, the esports team is named BASILISK. I think it's perfection that we're a part of it. Roko's BASILISK? There's only one way to be sure, and that's to help build it. Hey, Kyle, I love the Chernobyl video. So great to listen to you on Twitch. Thanks for being here, Melzy99. I have like 4 more videos from Chernobyl that I never got to. They're like 5 years old at this point. I'll release them someday. Chef Julie, welcome back. Nice to see you. Chad, if you thought it was hard to find an image of Kerrigan that was presentable, it was. Are you going to do PvP? Says Lucius Seffer. We're doing the campaign right now. Because I suck at this game. But the point is not to have Serral levels of APM, though I can't do that. It is to science one of the best games of all time. And then if we get good in the future, maybe I'll fight you guys online. Who knows? Melzy uses my Chernobyl videos when they're training radiation therapy students. That's amazing. Thank you for sharing that with me. You honor and humble me, good sir or madam or theydom. Thank you. That's the highest praise that I can get. Yeah, I have a video about entering radiologically contaminated zones and how to do it as a scientist, how to measure those zones. I have a video, an interview with one of the men who took photos of the elephant's foot, which is crazy. Any progress on finding out where the demon core is? Fun fact. Yes. After I spoke, and this is our big recent thing that we did, chat. After I spoke at the International Atomic Energy Agency in Vienna 2 weeks ago, I kind of got added to all these cool WhatsApp groups with all nuclear professionals in them. So they saw our video on the Sarov criticality accident, which you can watch now on the main channel. It's the latest video. And so there were so many comments after I kind of left that cliffhanger in that video, like what actually happened to the Demon Core. If it wasn't blown up in a nuclear test, if it wasn't sent into space, if it wasn't melted down, or what actually, there doesn't seem to be an agreed upon finale. So to answer your question, Awesome, I actually do have a research librarian on the case. We do have a research librarian who has access to records from like the Manhattan Project on the case. So there is a good chance we will have a finale to this story. And I think I will be like the only person in the world who knows that at one point, and then I'll share it with you. I remember back, I was in one of my first jobs as a science boy was I was doing pieces for Al Jazeera America when they were trying to do science stuff here in the States, or wherever I may be. And I went to a lab in Boston, and one of the scientists told me one of the coolest parts about being a scientist is the fact that just for a few moments, or few weeks, few months before you publish a study, you know something that no one else in the world knows and has never known before. Which is pretty cool. Oh yeah, Chef Julie, new head chef. Yeah, I haven't seen you. Where the hell have you been, Chef? You haven't been in the Discord for a long time. But congratulations on the new head chef gig. But yeah, we spoke at the IAEA, and then this weekend we're speaking at the American Nuclear Society, and then later this year I'll be speaking at a nuclear weapons and non-proliferation conference inside of a nuclear missile silo that's been abandoned. Do you ever read the Starcraft books? I have not. But, so, Lucius, I imagine that you're not a regular viewer, and that's fine. What I do want to say is I know I'm not good at StarCraft. I'm on a StarCraft esports team. But I know a confusing amount about competitive StarCraft 1 and StarCraft 2. I have watched hundreds of hours of games. I think I've watched every single GSL going back to like every GSL that has been uploaded to the Africa TV YouTube channel I've watched. So it's like 8 years of tournaments. So I know a weird amount about StarCraft. Okay, so last we played Kerrigan, hot carapace mommy. I'd like to caress her carapace, if you know what I mean. She just hatched, and we need to get her somewhere. And this mission looks kind of hard. And I think I started expanding over to a island base, and I have to wipe out the Terran. And I hope that they don't start dropping me, or else I'm going to die. Welcome to A Scientist Plays StarCraft 1.
Awaken, my child. Now you have grown strong enough.
That's great, Chef. You must construct additional pylons. Yeah. So, what were we up to? 5 science times already? Not so bad. Just going to use my little piggy trotters to check out the science time button. Rabdos, welcome. Okie dokie. I think 3 is where we're at. Okay, what were we doing? Okay, so we were... Oh, no. Okay. So what I was doing was probably doing something like... Get out of the way! Doing something like this? Is there 3 boys on there? No. So you gotta go there. You gotta go there. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man, I lost everything already. Do I need more? It looks like I need more minerales. A little bit, huh? Looks like I need more minerales. Did I already get... Okay, so I did get drop, right? I did. Did I get speed? I did. Right. Okay. Where's Kerrigan? Where's Kerrigan? Where? Okay, there she is. There she is. Okay. So, what are we doing now? We want to get, upgrades. We want to move this so I can't be dropped so easily. We want, I think we want we already got hydralisks. Oh, let's get a sick little macro hatch going. Yeah, let's get a sick little macro hatch going. Let's get that rally point there. We're gonna set that rally point here, I guess. And then this is, I want mutas, so let's get 2 of those. Or cancel, yeah. Get more guys on that. And then let's get some Spire going and start mutalisking it up in Mutalisk Town. See, they're gonna drop me. I knew it. Oh, I knew it. I knew they were gonna do that. I knew it. Those pieces of crap. I knew they were gonna do it. Where'd you go? Okay, so I want 2 more of you guys on minerals, and I want 1 of you bad boys on a spire here. And then I want these boys that were here. I'm gonna need more creep colonies. Evolution complete. I'm gonna need a little bit of drop protection here. Let's get these guys here. Look over here. Let's get a little bit of drop protection there, and let's get more minerals there. That's going there. And this is going to be our mutalisk boy, I think. Uh-oh. Haha, get wrecked. Okay, so this is going to be some drop protection here. And then these guys are going to come over here. And then we're going to start going heavy muta, I think, because we have a bunch of gas. So let's go heavy muta Buddha once that is done. Chef Julie, welcome. I know, isn't this a fun game? I watched a stream the other day. I watched back this stream. Look how, like, much my eyes are moving on screen. Like, it's silly, isn't it? Yes. Get out of my face. Yes. Spire's almost done. I know I said I'm going heavy muta. Don't worry about it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bam. Let's set a rally point here. Let's do this. Let's get these guys. Don't have overlords. I'm gonna select these 2 bad boys, morph them into overlordies. Make sure I got these guys here. And then these guys here. That's for additional protection. That's fine. Man, this game, you have to, like, think a lot about this game, huh? It's freaking hard. Melee, missile attacks. Those two bad boys are gonna be there. We're gonna scout down here a little bit. Maybe not with 4 of them, maybe just with 1 of them, because I'm not stupid. Oh, okay. All right. So, good thing we're going muta. Let's get some mass muta going on here. Already? Really? Does it take that much? I guess it takes that much, huh? Best beam guys are depleted. So that one has 0. So we can take those guys off gas. We can get those guys here. Right? And that guy can go here as well. Actually, let's get that guy here, just in case. That's getting grown. And then we're going to get those 2 guys into here. And then we're going to get those 2 guys into here. And we're going to get those guys here. And we're going to get those guys going, like, here. And then these guys... Chat, do I sound crazy? I'm so sorry. Hello, long-time YouTube watcher, first time in the stream, Chris Swift. Welcome, my friend. Are you guys doing okay? Oh man, sorry. When I'm playing this, I'm like totally I have like a build, like in my mind, it's like it's like order of operations I'm constantly doing. But if it's okay, if you're chilling, I'll periodically pause to get some science questions in as well. Hill House Chillionaire, welcome. I have not seen you in a while. You still look beautiful. I forget what your previous name was now, but I'd recognize that face anywhere. Deploy the Glopenizer. Guys, did you see the trailer for Atomic Heart 2? Man, does it look cool. Woo-wee. Now, my character in Atomic Heart 1 that I played technically kind of rode off into the sunset and didn't die. So, there is a chance that I'm going to be in Atomic Heart 2. But they haven't told me. But I would like to continue to be science advising with them. I don't know if I'm going to be in that game yet. It would be cool if I was. I'm no Troy Baker, but voice acting is still something that I want to continue to do. How is Arya? Arya is actually in a pod of light right now, getting her human skin lit, as it were. I forget Hill House. Just saying you're pretty. And I'm not only saying that because you look like Arya with blue hair. All right, chat. Continuing. All right. I need more OVs. Yeah, here we go. So what? Okay. What I need to be... Okay. I need to see... just how... I need to see just what the enemy has. So I'm going to make an additional overlord there, and I'm going to start scouting out the... for an additional base, for one, and all... turrets, and see what kind of defenses everybody's got. Well, that's bad. Okay, so they have turrets everywhere. Let's see if they have turrets. Good luck, buddy. Get wrecked. All right, let's see. So my supplies are still fine. I'm going mass mutas, baby. Mass in the mutes. And I'm about to lose this supply here. So let's see. Okay, so no turret right there. They are patrolling there, though. Wait, chat. Okay, I can get better at this game. Would military science count? Absolutely. But I don't know a lot about the military. Though we do have a lot of military members in the Discord. But I know general physics. First time's a charm. How do I hotkey my hatcheries so that I can hotkey it to like 1 and 2 so I can instantly go between hatcheries? How do I do that? Someone tell me how to do that. I think once I'm able to do... That's like the first macro step. Oh, I made too many, perhaps. Oh, perchance, perhaps. Good luck, buddy. Perhaps, perchance, I made too many. All right, so we are going to patrol here, and I'm gonna send a little droppy drop of Zergings. Good luck, guys. Good luck, guys. You dumb idiots. I'm going to... what's going to be efficiency here? Let's... Okay, we saw that one spot that wasn't super guarded, so let's go here. Let's go here. And then these Zerg boys, I think we're going to get these Zerg boys in here. And then let's go drop that area, I think, while we continue to get some gas and more mutas. You can control 1 to create groups of units or a building. Control and then a number. Then do I only have to press that number? So let me select, and I control 1. and then I select, and I control 2. Now if I go 1, do I go back? Oh no, I just select it though. How do I, that was a lot of noise. How do I make it so the camera goes back? You tap it twice? Science question, Kyle. What is your favorite mineral or stone? Why is it your favorite and how does it form? My favorite stone. I like obsidian. Obsidian is really cool. How do you make obsidian and why is it so sharp? Well, obsidian is volcanic glass, as you know, and the way that you get obsidian, as far as I understand it, is it's not porous. So you've seen other lava rocks, right? They're so porous that they can float, and that's a fun thing to do with a lava rock. But obsidian, as far as I know, cools so quickly that the air bubbles don't have time to form or get into it. And because it's amorphous, you can basically break it on any plane, and those planes can be really, really atomically small, so that you can get edges that are just a few atoms sharp, which makes it so sharp. I think I'm right about that. Is obsidian, it's the way that it is because it cools so quickly. Is that correct, I think? Tap it twice, hold shift while they're selected, and assign a number to them. Hold shift 2. Shift 1. No, see, that selects them, but I want the camera to move. You know what I mean? Where's that stupid... Where did he go? Now I lost him, chat. I lost my... Alright, it's fine. I have a ton of these boys. Let's bring him in.
Forces are under attack.
I should be focus firing. That's what I should be doing there, I think. Let's pile it on. Let's pile it on. Obsidian forms when volcanic lava cools rapidly. I knew it. Good luck, buddy. Alright, let's push down into here, see if there's another base. Double tap the number. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, I'm gonna be so fast now. Yes. Alright, let's get these guys down here. A move. Was that A move? A move. A move. Another base. Kind of. Wait, is it? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. A move. A move. A move. A move. A move. A move. A move.
All forces are under attack.
I should be magic boxing these guys. I know. Oh, that's cool, chat. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, I'm gonna get some drops ready. Fight the guys that are shooting you, please. Thank you. So let's... Okay. Yeah. Gonna have to spend down some of... Oh, nope. Spend down some of this. Running out of gas, though, but that is what this little boy is for. Because there's a thing all the way up there. In fact, I could probably do a second hatchery up there at this point. Let's keep going. Okay, looks like I might lose all this. It's okay. I'm gonna zoom these bad boys back. Okay, all these are out. So we're gonna move these boys here and then to here, where we're gonna unload them here. And then this guy's gonna go there. And then we're gonna get another macro hatch going, I think. Where have you been? Is there only one dude on gas there? Oh. He's here, that's there, that's there. Let's get that going. There he's going. Getting my mutaball going back. Let's keep it going. Let's keep the mutaball going. Alright, I gotta get this thing infested, right? Oh, these are like super turrets. Those are like super turrets, Chad. That's why I went down so fast. So now what we're gonna do, I think, is we are going to... I'm gonna drop the crap out of them. Since we're so low... Since we're so low... I think that's what I'm gonna do. Let's get those guys. Let's get those guys. Since the air, I've dealt with much of the air defenses, so that's what we're gonna do. I believe in you, Science Law. Thank you. Is it crazy that I believe in myself as well? Okay, let's get that going. Let's get this boy in here, or not. Are you already filled? Oh, you're filled. Nice. Let's get this boy in here. Let's get these boys in here. And then one more. One more. Kyle, do you know what... you can just destroy the command center? Well, I'll do that then. If it's cooling fast enough, then the crystals don't form in obsidian. Hey, Kyle, are you a Tarkov player or just a peanut enjoyer? I played about 200 hours of Tarkov, and then I got so mad that I punched a hole in my desk, much like a Kyle would, and then I stopped playing because I almost broke my hand. But yes, I'm a peanut enjoyer. I'm a bungulator. I think Peanut is the most creative, most exciting streamer on the platform. And you can see that in his meteoric rise. I think he's hilarious, and he's very creative, and all that together is just fun. I've also downloaded most of his personality, so I've been saying, you know, like, hey, you know. Purple Moose, welcome. Kyle, what are most planets made out of? I don't know. I don't know. Ninjo, welcome, welcome. I'm about to drop the crap out of this Terran. He's not even gonna, his own mother won't recognize him. Which I guess is kind of sad. Mine! Not you. You're gonna long distance mine. Because that's annoying. That's what you're gonna do. A little bit more. Let's end it. Let's just end it. There's gonna be so many Zerglings. pants are gonna fly right off. What? Don't worry about it. Your pants are gonna fly right off. You're gonna love it. That's a lot of Zerglings. And I only have 57 supplies still. Oh, there's a whole nother base down there, but I don't need to do that. So, let's unload here. Hopefully, they didn't rebuild all of their crap. Surely they didn't. Wait, I'm gonna clump them up. Clump, clump, clump. Then, surely they didn't rebuild all their defenses, right? Surely. 1. 2. Oh, I'm getting so good.
Our forces are under attack.
Oh, they rebuilt all of them. Oh, they rebuilt everything. That's a lot of Zerglings.
Our forces are under attack.
Destroy it. Destroy it. End the mission. Mission complete.
Our forces are under attack.
Bam. Woo!
Is that really you?
To an extent. I'm far more than I once was, Jim. You shouldn't have come here.
But the dreams. I dreamed you were still alive, that somehow you were calling to me.
I was.
I believe most planets are made out of hydrogen gas. Well, then they wouldn't be a planet.
I reached out to you and Arcturus telepathically. Apparently, Arcturus sent Duke here to reclaim me. But that was then, Jim. I'm one of the Zerg now, and I like what I am. You can't imagine how this feels.
I'm naked all the time, and no one tells me to put pants on.
That is certainly within my power. But you're not a threat to me, Jim. Be smart. Leave here now, and never seek to confront the Zerg again.
Doesn't look like I have much choice.
Purple Moose 84 cheered Dex 100. Jokes on you, I'm wearing a dress. Alt tab 7 Lamau. Also, if things go according to plan, I should have convinced Dapper Mr. Tom to raid you if he's done before you are. He's Matt Pat's successor for game theory.
Oh, sure. You know, nobody special. I just remembered that Jupiter is a planet. Are most planets gas giants, though, I guess is the question. The shunned and uninhabited mug is something I didn't know I needed. I know, it's awesome, right? It's a Zombella FX. Yeah, these... all of our merch is pretty fire, if I do say so myself. I don't... see, Hillhouse, I don't know if most planets are gas giants, though. How's Arya? She's currently getting her skin fixed. Thank you, Purple Moose. Look at that APM, a thick 7. 37. Now, is Cyril's APM over 300? Yes. Is mine 10 times less than that? Yes. No, planets have just as likely a chance of being rocky? But gas giants have a solid core, don't they? I don't think we know what the core of Jupiter is for sure yet. Kyle, why is it that we don't see green stars in the visible spectrum? I forget the answer.
Purple Moose 84 cheered X100. Well, gas giants are easiest to find compared to Earth-sized or smaller rocky planets, as they have a greater gravitational pull on their stars.
See, now that is a great point, Purple Moose. Gas giants are large, and one of the main way we find exoplanets right now is by checking how they interact with their parent star, right? How much they dim their star as they go around it, or how much they wiggle their parent star as they go around it. And so we necessarily right now with our detection technology are biased towards finding the largest planets. And if rocky planets are necessarily smaller than gas giants, then we are going to find less of them, not because there is less of them, but because we are biased in finding the largest planets. And so that is a bias we have to check for, right? So I forget the reason why there's no green stars. I think it has to do with the elements, the spectroscopy of the elements that undergo fusion in the stars and like what photons are actually released. But I don't know for sure. So I'm not going to spread misinformation, and try to just make it up on the spot. Can we probe Jupiter? The problem is that Jupiter's atmosphere is so dense that you try to get down there and you get crushed or otherwise disabled. We've tried it. We've smashed stuff into Jupiter, I think. Bug-loving Kyle. Yes, what's up? Insects in video games tend to look like giant versions of regular Terran bugs or bugs like in Starship Troopers. Is this just laziness or is there a functional reason? Well, all aliens in science fiction look like things on Earth because we only have a research group of n equals 1, right? We don't even have a concept of what other life could look like, right? So it's necessarily a lot of science fiction is going to look like fact, right? And yes, there's a bit of laziness there too. I mean, you know, in old Star Trek, why is everyone a perfect humanoid person? Well, because it's much easier to make those costumes and do that makeup. So there's also a practicality to Hollywood, right? And you don't want to confuse audiences with something too crazy, but every once in a while you try to come up with something truly novel like the aliens in Arrival, and it pays off and people like it a lot, you know? Hell yeah, sheesh. Yeah, I played Tarkov before. I think Tarkov is one of the best designed games of all time, but it's extremely hard and frustrating, and I almost broke my hand, so I don't want to keep doing that. But I might go back and play PvE. If you were a bug, what kind of bug would you be? Probably a praying mantis. Maybe like ooh, it's kind of hot. Maybe like a pretty orchid mantis or something. Because of the way our eyes see the combinations of frequencies of light, green can never dominate the color of the star. Yes, but why? Arya would eat your head? She already does. Kerrigan, the newest and most powerful agent of the Overmind, has arisen from her embryonic chrysalis, but her formidable powers are still not fully functional. Kerrigan must now seek to unravel the ghost conditioning that keeps her powers in check. Once done, she will lead the Overmind's minions to complete domination over the unsuspecting Protoss. Kyle, what is your favorite dinosaur? Utah Raptor, maybe?
Cerebrate, you watched over me during my incubation, and I am grateful to you. It is my wish that you continue your vigil,
or
so that I might
Dilophosaurus.
strengthen my powers to better aid the swarm. I have been unable to access the totality of my latent powers, and as such,
Yeah, Russian. That's why I would rather play PvE.
Science vessel and uncover the secrets of their abandoned ghost projects. If I can learn more about their mental conditioning, I can
No, Purple, what I'm wondering is, what is it about... What is it about stars that only produce the certain photons or not?
Well, to remember that you are just a servant. You know of our grand mission, Kerrigan. Would you put your personal...
And yes, is that Blood Mommy? Yes, all Blizzard games need a mommy with basically like a corset. This one is just a carapace corset.
Any other cerebrate shall stand in my way.
Let her go, Zaz. The greatness of her spirit has been left to her, that the swarms might benefit from her fierce example. Fear not her designs, for she is bound to me as intimately as any cerebrate.
Galileo went into Jupiter's atmosphere, yeah, but not very far in, right?
My will. All that you are lies wholly within me. Kerrigan is free to do as she desires. By your will, Overmind. Cerebrate, you must see that she comes to no harm.
The really funny thing about the green star problem is that technically our sun from Earth's surface is a green star because our atmosphere greatly reduces the intensity of blue and ultraviolet light. So but it's so bright that we interpret it as white, even though in fact it's in a roundabout way to blame that plants are green. Whoa, wait. So it's a vision problem? I thought it was a physics problem. So there are green stars, we just can't see them. Is that? And since... Wait, but if the star was putting out a majority green light, and plants are reflecting green light because they're green, that doesn't make any sense to me. Wouldn't they want to be anything other than green? Because they're reflecting it and not absorbing it as much? Look, I'm not a plant doctor. It's a vision problem? There are green stars, but we can't see them with our rods and cones going through the atmosphere in a certain way. Yeah, but then what about when you oh, man. Bring Kerrigan to the supercomputer. Oh, it's one of these missions. No, because it's too much energy for the chlorophyll. Then... why are they...
Cerebrate, take these, the deadliest of my minions. They shall aid you in your search.
Now, it didn't say why I'm going to a supercomputer. Can Kerrigan burrow? Nope. Didn't say why I'm going to a supercomputer. But I guess we'll find out.
Unauthorized entry detected.
What can she do? Ensnare? I don't even know what ensnare does. Well, didn't want to do that.
We got company.
I ensnared my own units. Chlorophyll more like borophyll. Oh, right. Thank you, Prince Curtis. Your eyes automatically color balance, like when you're in the rainforest, you don't see green. Even though all the light is fit. What? What? You see green in the rainforest? Chad, you're making me sound like a dumb person. Am I blaming you? Yeah, a little bit. Oh, I don't need to... Guys, we don't need to murder all those scientists. Unless there's something cool in here. Then murder them. We definitely don't need to do that. Guys, stop murdering. Ooh, hello. Everything's dying too fast to ensnare it. Beep. Boop. Boop. Your range is kind of crazy, huh? Oh, right, burrow, right. Guys. Uh-oh. I keep ensnaring my own units. Uh-oh. All right, here we go. The biggest part of a star's light comes from black body radiation due to heat, yes. And black body radiation with a maximal frequency is green is very even within frequencies we can see, so it's kind of a vision problem, but not really. Star's color is determined by its temperature. The coolest stars are red and the hottest are blue. Yes. Within that spectrum, there isn't much in the green band being emitted at any point. You guys are saying two different things now. I know that the sun looks different depending on whether or not the light is going through the atmosphere. But you both said now that, Chad has said that the sun is actually green and you can't see it. And the sun doesn't emit much green, which is why there's no green stars in general. Like, the process of fusion in stars doesn't emit much photons in the visible light green spectrum. Get your S together. Get it together. Get your SH together. Anybody in here? All right. Just you. The sun isn't... Well, I know. That's why it was confusing to me.
She's infested. Stay away from her.
She's infested. Stay away from her. Yeah, you probably should have stayed away. I don't think anything that's hot can radiate and green. Man, these guys are strong. Stay away. Stay away. Where am I going? You're probably going here. I know. What's in... I'm just gonna... Uh-oh. Damn it! I keep doing it at the wrong time. I've seen green fire, though, so that's not true. Well, that's not... Hill House. The... Green from fire is a combustion process where stars' light is a fusion. Emission from a fusion process. Those are different things, right? I'm not saying you can't see green light. I'm saying, I think... Are you healing? Yes. I'm pretty sure that it's a fusion problem. Where it just because of the process, it doesn't happen to emit much green light. SciShow made a video about how the sun is green. Alright. You think I'm gonna listen to Hank? Why would I do that? Why would I listen to Hank? Look at all these creatures, these poor creatures, this Rhinodon, and this Bengalos, and whatever the hell this thing is.
See, they ain't so tough. These critters bleed just like anybody else.
What was that? Don't hurt my babies! My little children. What's this? Don't hurt my children. Don't hurt my little baby children. Our sun has its maximum in the ultraviolet part of the spectrum. Our atmosphere reduces the shorter wavelengths much more than the longer ones, resulting in a maximum width the length we call green, but our eyes evolved to see daylight as white. Fundamentally, as far as I know, no green stars thing is a black body radiation thing. Because to emit green light, the star also has to burn hot enough to also emit a ton of other wavelengths, which our human eyes will interpret as white. Star whose peak emission light emission is at a wavelength we might interpret as green also produces almost as much red, and our eyes interpret this combination as white. The black body spectrum of stars, which describes the amount of light at each wavelength and depends on temperature, doesn't produce the same spectrum of colors as something else. Chat, black body spectrum radiation is basically just a perfectly... something that's super hot that's perfectly emitting heat and light and stuff into space. Because red cancels out green. Guys, I feel like we haven't solved this problem yet.
Let's wax these critters.
Let's wax these critters. No. Ensnare this. There we go. Whoa, 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 whoa! How did she die so fast? I got nuked. How did she die so quickly? Perfect. Yeah, let's do it again. Didn't I save? No. Cool. Let's do it again. Hell yeah. Was it the turrets that were nuking her like that?
Entry detected.
Is that why? She's very vulnerable to bullets? Yeah, most of us are.
We got company.
I'd say most of us are. I'd say most of us are.
Security cameras activated.
Oh, there we go. That's what that was for. Now I'm mad. Kill the scientists. My only bullets, my only weakness. Dying. The only thing that can destroy me. Death. Only death can destroy me. Ah. Only death can destroy me. Yeah, let's do that for the SCV. Perfect. All right. What are chatters saying about stars? It's like with glow colors, they start out red, become yellow, and glow to a whitish blue and never green. That's what I'm saying. You never see the green when something is getting hotter and hotter. That is a... Is that a color cancel? What I'm getting at. There are black bodies that emit radiation in the green part of the electromagnetic spectrum that we can see. But because of the spectrum that is being emitted at that temperature, colors cancel out in our vision and stuff, and we don't see green. I'm pretty sure that's exactly what I just said, Johnny Hopkins. Am I correct? Right? Right? Black body radiation is a wide spectrum of emission. It's not just they only are red or they only are blue or they only are whatever. And so in the temperature range at which they are producing a lot of green photons of visible light, they're also producing other light that cancels out more or less in the physics of vision. And so you never see green, even though technically stars produce green photons. Am I correct now? Am I correct now? Chat? Chat. I have a new emoji in both chats. It's called Rage. If I'm correct, spam that emoji. How did it take that long to heal? That's not the emoji. Kill the scientists.
She's infested. Stay away from her.
Kill him. You guys aren't doing what? Oh, there you. Thank you, Liz. Jeez. All right, we don't need to do all that murder. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Kerrigan, come on. Kerrigan, come on. Come on. Schwarvin, I have... No, I don't.
Purple Moose 84 cheered Dex 100. Kyle, we have red, green and blue cones. Red and green are on opposite ends of the visible color spectrum. As things get hotter they go from red end to blue end, higher energy. The red cancels out the blue. Sorry not sorry, Twitch TTS is cheaper.
That's fine. Okay. I mean, I guess that makes sense. Pop-Tart, that didn't quite work, huh? You guys having a good time over there, huh? A little couple of wands deep, eh? I need to pack my things. I'm traveling very soon. Going to Chicago for the American Nuclear Society to talk to some kids. Yeah. Hey, Todd, every time you come to the stream, there's science talks happening? Yeah, it's almost... It's kind of like our whole thing. You think you'll be invited to watch 3 Mile Island's nuclear reactor start back up? Well, I was already invited inside to see... last December to see what they're doing there. So it'd be cool to see it actually, you know, cut the ribbon or something like that, so to speak, Russian. But if you want to check out our video on that, that's also on the channel. This is one of those hunter-killers, chat. It'd be cool to see that reactor start up. I just got a private tour of Slovakia's, one of Slovakia's largest power plants. Slovakia, formerly Czechoslovakia, is poised to become the most nuclear-powered country on the planet, even surpassing France. Sorry. And I have some footage of myself going through that power plant, and I'm trying to figure out how to make it into a good video at the moment, but yeah, we'll see. See, these animals aren't so tough. They die, they bleed just like anything else.
See, they ain't so tough.
Yeah, see that?
Critters bleed just like anybody else.
Hey, critters just bleed like any other critters.
Our forces are under attack.
Those critters are just like any other of them there whoozy what's its. Them critters are just like those critters. All right, so Kerrigan almost died last time, so you're gonna sit there for a second. You're gonna sit there for a second. And you're gonna save that for a second, and then you're gonna go here for a second.
All right, let's wax these critters.
Oh, it's because those are missile turrets, dude. That's why. That's why. That's why. They're missile turrets, but for people. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna ensnare these fools right here, like this. And we're gonna move like this. Hell yeah. There we go. Do you think we'll ever have a successful fusion power industry? Well, a lot of companies right now are betting a lot of money that fusion power is going to happen, but I still haven't seen any company make the second part of fusion work, which is actually extracting the energy. There's a lot of designs and a lot of teams. You've seen it at National Ignition Facility. You've seen it in China. Get a sustained fusion reaction happening that can get out more energy than you put in. Awesome. But that's only part of the technical problem. The rest of it is harnessing the energy that is released, which is literally speaking the energy that's released during the fusion process getting absorbed into the walls of the reactor or the blanket around the reactor, and then that getting hot enough to heat up water loops and generate electricity by steam, just like we do with everything else. Right now, no one has solved the energy harnessing part of it, and it's a big engineering design difficulty because of that activation problem we talked about at the beginning of the stream, where if you have a crap load of neutron flux, like trillions and trillions of neutrons flying through your metal donut, a lot of that metal donut is going to get extra neutrons slammed into the nuclei of its constituent material, and that extra neutron inside the normally unbothered moisturized nucleus is going to become bothered and unmoisturized, which is to say radioactive, and then you have to deal with all that stuff. And we haven't, as far as I know, we haven't dealt with that part yet. Nah, I mean. Nah, mean? Have you heard anything about how much fusion power would cost per kilowatt hour? No, I have not. But since its energy generation is so high, it's gonna be crazy. Look at this micro. Look at this micro. It's incredible. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. I'm basically Snow. I'm basically Sulky right now. Didn't he win just his fourth? Stay back. Didn't he just win his fourth ASL in a row? That is insane. That's like Flash level crap. And if everything I'm saying makes zero sense to you, you need to watch more competitive Starcraft. Chad, if you're enjoying yourself, if you've learned anything today, I need you to spam your favorite moj in the chat. I'd like to point out we have a new moj where my face is all red. If you want to check that out, please do. Get him! Oh, I didn't know they said bad words in this game. I didn't know they said bad words in this game. Bullets, my only weakness! Yeah, don't shoot her. She's definitely not the issue. Definitely not the issue. Don't worry about her at all.
Security cameras activated.
Now, where Now, where do you think they got that voice, huh? Sounds a lot like another voice that I know. You know what I mean? It sounds very familiar. Very familiar, yes. Very familiar. Very familiar, yes. Yes, very familiar. Very familiar, yes. Who shooting me? Where's all the scientists at? Can't go that way. Well, which way? Well, then which way? This way? Yeah, down there. I feel like both of the streams are like 2 minutes behind what I'm saying. Oh, he's stuck behind Kerrigan, that's why. Move it, lady! You're too slow. Uh-oh. Oh. Man, those hunter-killers are strong. Let's make sure these dudes are healed up, and let's look at your beautiful faces. Oh, chat. Kyle, do you think fusion reactors are ever happening? Well, like I just said, we've done the fusion reaction part. We haven't done the reactor part. And the important part of the reactor part is actually generating energy to the grid. And I haven't seen anything about that yet. Hi, my face is dog-shaped. Sick.
Teleportation field activated.
Teleporters are hard to make work, Chet. From like a sciencey perspective, teleporters are hard to make work, Chet. Very difficult. Kerrigan, you don't have to do that! Wait, is this where I'm trying to go? Yes, but I wonder if there's like more Zergings up here. 15% ABV wine? Oh, hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, you're feeling fine, huh, buddy? Wait. Not that way, not that way. Didn't I come up through this way? I guess not. Guess not. Hydralisks are like 3 meters tall. That's terrifying, Stalker. That also means she looks like she's like 9 feet tall, which means get a steppin', you know what I mean? Get him. Bam. Move it. Yes. Perfect. Yes, I played it perfectly. Nailed it.
Cerebrate, I have located the records I sought. We have everything we need here.
Have you seen the new cocktails from White Claw? No. I do drink a lot of White Claws, though. I could go for a White Claw right now. Oop! An incredible cutscene, chat. Let's check it out. Look at these graphics. Damn. Why does the interior of every spaceship look like this? Is it because of Alien? Is it Alien's fault that every spaceship looks like this? Like, wouldn't they have panels and not drip-droppy everything all the time? Well, yeah, this is just aliens, right? Dave, welcome. It's about damn time. Panels add weight. Not if the spaceship was constructed in space. Think about it. Think about it. I don't think you need night vision. Yep. Eileen and Dave in the chat, welcome. Yeah, and why do you need like a giant light from the fan? I know it looks cool, I'm just... Oh, they're gonna nuke the station. Ooh, chat, we might be able to science this a little bit. Oh, right. Someone showed me this, yeah. We watched this on like the first stream. This is funny. Yes, it would hurt the acceleration, Stalker, you're right. This is actually pretty funny.
Thank God for cold fusion.
Cold fusion isn't cold. I like that there's a barcode on his head.
Hey, are we really gonna blow this place?
Only if we see a Zerg.
Yeah, I got
Only
your
if we...
Zerg right here.
I got your Zerg right here. It's this beer. Hope I don't die. Oh, my face! Oh, God! Oh. I'll get to your question in a second. Awesome. Why is it cold fusion if it isn't cold? I'll get to your question in a second. I got your Zerg right here. In 1998 or whatever, this probably looked so awesome. One thing that Blizzard always does correctly, they make amazing... They always make amazing cutscenes. Yeah, this is just aliens. Blow it! Bro ugly as F. Yeah, he's not... I don't think they hire them for their looks. Or conscript them, rather.
Do you feel that, Cerebrit? The Protoss are here, on Char. They have been for some time.
God, she's so hot.
Hiding. Protoss Commander, it was folly of you to come here, for I am Kerrigan, and I am Queen of the Zerg.
I know of you well, O Queen of the Zerg, for we have met before. I am Tassadar of the Templar. I remember your selfless exploits, defending humanity from the Zerg. Unfortunate it is to see that one who was once so honorable and full of life would succumb to the twisted wiles of the Overmind.
Do not presume to judge me, Templar. You'll find my powers to be more than a match for yours. In fact, I sense that your vaunted power has diminished since last we met.
Mayhap, O Queen.
Mayhap.
Or is it only that I need not flaunt my power in such an infantile test of will?
Foolish Templar. Prepare your defenses. I will come for you soon.
Okay. Are nuclear weapons less effective in space? Yes. The vast majority of a nuclear weapon's energy is released in the form of the blast wave and the thermal pulse. Those are the two things that do the most damage when a nuclear bomb goes off. The overpressure, or the pressure over atmospheric pressure, and the pulse of photons, X-rays, gamma rays that create this intense flash of light and heat that basically either vaporizes everything or lights everything within a certain radius on fire or blinds everyone, etc. Only, is it 5% or 15%? I forget. But it's somewhere in there. Only a small amount of energy is in the radiation released by a nuclear weapon. The majority is in the blast wave. Now, you don't get a blast wave if there's nothing to blast through, giggity. So if there's no air in space, there's no medium to carry the pressure wave. And so you don't get a blast wave in space. And we know this from Operation Starfish Prime, I think, when we detonated a nuclear bomb in space and the electromagnetic pulse took out a bunch of power lines in Hawaii and caused a bit of an aurora, I believe. But you don't get the same destructive pressure wave in space. What you do get is radiation traveling super far because it's not attenuated by the atmosphere. And caveat, if you're blowing up a nuclear bomb inside of a pressurized vessel, like a space station, then you would get some sort of blast wave, right? But not if it was just in space all alone in espacio. Why is it called cold fusion if it's not cold? Science time. Cold fusion is called cold fusion because it's not hot fusion. Hot fusion occurs in stars, like in the sun, and it occurs at many millions of degrees. Cold fusion is getting it less than that. So the promise of cold fusion is to get room temperature fusion to happen. So it's colder than a star, but it's not like frozen cold. It's just
Purple Moose 84 cheered X100. Sorry, got cornered by my dad because I mentioned the star debates. Kyle and I are right, but back, what did I miss?
Anyway, yeah, so the promise is room temperature cold fusion, but it's only cold fusion because it's less hot, not because it is like cold. That makes sense? When you play as a Zerg, are you one of the overlords? Yeah, we're Kerrigan right now. And cold fusion, famously, one of the biggest scientific scams of all time by Pons and Fleischmann. So cold fusion has a lot of bad PR to make up for if it's even possible. Marantz, what's going on? You kind of look like one of those nudie lady spam bots, but happy to have you here. I'm a concubine of the Zerg. I wish. Have you seen her? Do you know how many? She has so many appendages. She has more appendages than I have erogenous zones. Hey Kyle, I just won a game of Commander playing a sea monster deck. Kraken's Leviathans. Was it Runo Stormkirk? I know so much about Magic the Gathering. All this chatter had to say was 2 words: Commander and sea monster deck, and I'm pretty sure that's what it is. And if it wasn't that, if it wasn't the Dimir Runo Stormcook...
Purple Moose 84 cheered X100. Kyle, my dad says anyone who thinks fusion can happen at room temperature is sniffing, redacted, and they should share.
See? Room temperature fusion seems theoretically pretty... almost impossible. Anyway, I know so much about Magic the Gathering, so if you're not playing Runo Stormkirk, the Leviathan's Kraken's deck that's in Dimir, then you're playing the Thessa deck, or Thessian, or whatever the heck his name is, the green-blue Simic deck that uses Scry and flip into sea monsters. Now, affinity for anime, am I correct? Nightcrawler, been a while, nice to see you. No, it's okay, Purple Moose, it's fine. Yeah, we talked about cold fusion in both a Fallout episode about the Fallout TV show and an episode about Atomic Heart when that game came out. Meech, what's up, buddy? Sin Spear's punishment? God. Yeah, okay, so yes, okay, chat. I was wrong about the deck that Affinity for Anime in the chat built. But that's only because I assumed it was a tribal deck, and those two commanders are tribal for sea monsters. Now, Affinity for Anime is instead playing the new Final Fantasy commander based on Final Fantasy X, Sin, Spear's Punishment, which is I forget its power and toughness, but it costs 4 and then bug, or blue, green, black. And I think when it has flying, and when it enters or attacks, you exile a card from your graveyard at random, and you can put a copy of it into play, or you return a random card from your graveyard to play. And if it's a land card that you do, you repeat this process. I know so much about Magic the I often imagine how much smarter I would be if I didn't know about Magic the Gathering things. Dave Breen and Eileen, thank you for the 5 over on the YouTube side. Appreciate it. You're my favorite married couple in the chat. Atomic Heart got announced. Are you making an appearance in the sequel? I don't know yet. I'm not yanking your chain, bro. I just don't know. I'm still in contact with the Atomic Heart team. I was actually in the audience for Summer Game Fest, representing Munfish and Atomic Heart, but I don't know if I'm in the next game. However, my character is not technically dead or otherwise indisposed, so I could be in it. And Stream Elements, of course, putting all my Magic the Gathering decks in the chat. I think there's like 50 lists or 52 lists in there. If you're telling me you're an Atomic Heart, I have to play it now. Yes, I'm one of the main NPCs, one of 3 main NPCs in the DLC number 3, Enchantment Under the Sea. And I did the full voice work, and they captured my likeness. So it is also me in the game. Tell me if I did a good job. It's my first big voice acting gig. Purple Moose, thank you for the 5. God, we're sad. Why? Crispy critters. Anyway, I recommend Atomic Heart. It's a weird, fun, wild ride. You should, if you like BioShock, and if I say, what if it was a retro future BioShock set in a alternate Soviet Union? If that sounds interesting to you, you should play it. Guardians only attack down, right?
I sense something strange about this Templar. Perhaps you should reconsider your attack.
For the last time, Zaz, you question my motives and authority at your own peril.
You dare threaten a Cerebrate? You'll be the doom of us all.
Purple Moose 84 cheered Dex 100, Hype Train let's go baby. Mystic Shine Bright Real Key 9 Science Time Real Key 9 Drank Real Key 9 Chonky Real Key 9 Fire Real Key 9 Fire Real Key 9 Fire Real Key 9 Fire Real Key 9 Collier.
I'm surprised you guys haven't learned how to spam the chat with TTS yet. But you will. You will. It's okay. You will. I know you will. I know you will. You'll get there. You'll get there. We'll all get there. We'll all get there. We shall all get there in due time. In due time. And in greater numbers.
We require more minerals.
And in greater numbers, yes. Yes. And in greater numbers. Yes. No Kerrigan. No Kerrigan. Yes, and in greater numbers, yes. First time chatter, Able SC, stands for Starcraft. I'm going to decide. Yes, in 1998, the cutscenes were completely mind-blowing, completely state-of-the-art, considering it was the N64 era, even more so. The closest thing was Toy Story, which came out in 1995. Toy Story 2 was still 12 months away. The original Blizzard team really knew what was up. Today's instant download generation is missing out on what it was like to line out outside GameStop for days, hoping one of your friends might get your hands on a single coveted compact disc, says Able SC. writing an entire script for a video in the chat. I actually rented, think about that, I rented Starcraft 64, chat.
Purple Moose 84 cheered X100. I know how to spam the chat, but Kyle loves me, platonically, as the quote official unquote head of HR.
It's true. It's true. I know you won't go crazy with it. All right, let's start doing some stuff. I need a spot. Let's I'm gonna get a scouting Zergling. I'm gonna start putting rally boy. Oh, there he is. Hey, if you could kill that guy, that'd be sick. I'm gonna start putting these rally boys down there. Then I'm gonna get a nice Ovi Lord, and then I'm gonna get more these guys. So I want to wait. How did he get dropped off? Oh, okay. Let's see what's around here. Let's see what's around here. Don't walk on that lava. The ambient temperature of lava is like 2,000 degrees, dog. Okay, so that's there. What I want is, did I get a Hydralisk Den? I did. I want to, it's telling me that I want to rush, not rush, but get Broodlords, basically, right? So that is what we shall do. That is what we shall do. Whoop. Dump it, dump it, dump it, dump it, dump it, dump it. Yeah, I rented Starcraft 64 at my local Blockbuster Video, and I played it in the basement of my uncle, I won't say his name, my uncle's house. And man, did it played terribly. Where is everybody? Dun, 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 dun. Oh, right, I can just press 1 to go back, baby. I want to find the next base, too. Let's see here. Where is everybody? Huh? Where's the Protus? Okay, there's nothing over there, and there's nothing, oh, there's nothing over, oh, let's go down here. And then we go, boop, boop, and we do that. And then these guys are here, and we can go there. And this is almost done with that, and then this is... We should probably get more Sunkens. I bet they're gonna rush with Zealots or something. And I wouldn't like that, chat. Let's make sure we're getting... Did we get Zergling speed? There we go. Does Arya like to play games? She does. You can. She also has her own Twitch channel. You can check her out. Purple Moose, more gifties. Thank you so much. You don't have to do that. And tell your dad I said hi. Were you in Pittsburgh recently? I was in Pittsburgh in December. So no. Soundtrack in this game is goated? Yeah, it's all time, dude. Wait, how much? 25 gifted, Purple Moose, please. Spam W's in the Twitch chat for Purple Moose. You do not have to do that, Purple. Thank you. You could be spending that on argan oil for your son's gorgeous locks. Don't need to do that, but I appreciate you. Arya, there's a couple of games.
Chatimage cheered X100.
Where are the Protoss? Thank you for the 100. Shattermage, appreciate that. Where are they? Are they across? Are they across the way? They're probably across the way. Chat, they're probably across the way. I would imagine that they might be across the way, chat. If I had to guess, that's where they would be. So I need something to fly, I guess. Okay. Okay, so there's no additional bases over here. So I'm gonna have to fly with everything, huh? Did you not do what I wanted to? Oh. Oh, someone got in your way. Got it. So we're gonna want speed, which we got. Probably want. Okay, so let's.
Our forces are under attack.
Oh nope, they're here. What? Where did? That's why scouting is important, chat. All right, they're coming in. They're coming in hot.
Our forces are under attack.
They're coming in hot. All right. Okay, all right. They're about to get pwned, but all right. I mean, I guess we want to go. I want to go. I still want to go heavy muty booty. What? There's an entrance right there? Oh.
The hive cluster is under attack.
I see that. Thank you. Where are you guys going? What? They were attacking my own spire because I'm a dummy. All right, so I guess they were down there, huh? We shall see. We shall see. Speed, bam. Probably don't need that if I'm going to be massing mutaboys. Massing mutaboys, spend down our gassy gas. Greater Spire? How do I get a Greater Spire? Oh, I need a Queen's Nest. I need the Hive and the Queen's Nest. That's right. Donde? There we go. Let's get that there. Let's get that there. Let's get that there. Oh, I don't have the... Oh! Chat, how we doing? Sorry, I'm not. I'm hyper focused at the moment. Let's get these guys going there as well. So I'm gonna want maybe some Hydra drops? That'd be cool too, huh? I am! There we go. We're gonna get some droppy boys going in a second. Right after I get these guys going. My mutabutas. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Well, I'll think of some science questions in the interim. Just think of them. Think of how beautiful they could be. All right, should I really just mass these guys? Probably not. I mean, it's going to take a crap load of gas that I don't have right now. All right, we're going to see what's up. We're going to see what's up. I'm going to magic box these guys. Nope, I'm not. Wait, yes I am. Wait, no, I'm not. All right. Oh, there's another. Boo! All right, let's get the macro moving, baby. Come here. 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 Let's get the macro moving. I don't even know what I'm supposed to be doing. All right. Steffi, thank you for the follow on Twitch. Okay, no one's over here. Another base over here. Okay. Another base over here. Bam, bam. This is gonna be shift 1, and this is gonna be shift 2. 2, and then I go 1. Gonna do that, and then we're gonna prepare for some droppy drops. Yes.
Our forces are under attack.
Where? Guys, I wasn't ready. Guys, I wasn't ready! 1 second! Gonna get ready for some droppy drops here. That's what we're gonna do. Yeah. And then this guy, he's going. You're still fine. 2, you're mutating, and you're gonna see what's up with these dang goons. That's short for dragoons, chat. Oh, they're gonna have Reaver drops. All right, so this is gonna get owned. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. That's gonna get pwned. I'm fine with that. Their Reavers are gonna really mess us up, though. That's probably why they want us to have a bunch of these dudes. So this guy is gonna be focused on getting more of, well, first I need a bunch of Zerglings to keep our gas and such up. And then we, after this drop, and see what this drop does, then we are gonna get our big dudes back up. Who's doing that? Uh-oh, Reavers. Reavers. Reavers are deadly, chat. Reavers are super duper deadly. Oh, God! Reavers are super duper deadly, chat. Alright, stay there for a second. Reavers are super duper deadly, chat.
Purple Moose 84 cheered X100. At Realcal Hill Dapper Mr. Tom raided the channel. Can you please donate? Shout out to Dapper Mr. Tom.
Where? Dapper Mr. Tom, thank you for the 16 raiders. You are quite dapper, my man. You are quite dapper. Thank you very much for the support on the behalf of Miss Purple. I appreciate that. Thank you. All right, we're going to start massing up. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for that. You're not going to get through here again, you piece of garbage. These 3 on here, and this guy there, and then we need that income, keep going. We're going to mass this up. I'm going to get these bad boys in here, these bad boys in here. Still have a lot of these guys. Where's my other overlords? Here we are. And there. Nope. There. Here. And then these boys are gonna come over here and come all the way over there. Get ready for a drop. These guys are going to get more OVs here. These guys are gonna do this. Those are overlords. This has got to go into a hive so I can get the big boys. The big boys. That's going for a droppy drop. That's good. These are mutas getting ready for that. All right. Looking okay. Looking okay. We're looking good. Yes, we're already on the Zerg campaign.
Purple Moose 84 cheered X100. Sorry, raiders at Realcal Hill is little hyper-focused. But
Yes.
if you have any science-related questions, please post in chat and I promise Kyle will get to them.
Yes, I
Right,
will.
Kyle?
I promise. I promise. I will get to them. One moment. Yes, if you don't... Yeah, don't attack. That'd be cool if you didn't do that. Oh my god! Oh, no! Oh, okay. They have 3 Reavers there. There's no way. Okay, I have to go into mutas. There's no way I can get through that crap. Alright. Alright. Understood. 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 I can't do it. Got it. I was just wondering if I could do it, and I can't do it. Got it. Alright, so now I can start morphing these bad... Damn it. Okay, we're still alright. Alright, give me one more second, and we'll get... I'll pause for but a moment. But a moment. But a moment. How many? Okay, that's good. Need the Greater Spire. Need that to finish. Our defenses there are fine. Can I be getting more stuff here or doing this? Faster Zergling attack would be good for drops. That's mutating. This has a bunch of crap. That's not working. Do I have max on gas? Is anybody on gas? Is anybody at all on gas? Sick. Great. Okay, chat. Woohoo! Wee! Woo! Wah! Here's a question. What kind of energy source do the Protoss use, and is it explained in the game? I also forget, but they use, like, they use these crystals, and how I would explain it if I was a sciencey person, which I am, I would explain it by saying they're using some piezoelectric effect from these large crystals, which is an effect that generates a small amount of electric current when the crystalline structure of the crystal is deformed in some way. We use piezoelectricity in that effect in many different electronics and things that need to sense pressure and movement and that kind of stuff. Piezoelectricity is very cool. Do you know who are some of the fastest evolving members of the animal kingdom? I would imagine that the fastest evolving organisms are the ones that replicate the most, because at every instance of an organism's replication, when the DNA recombining is happening, there's always some mutations that are introduced randomly into the population. So the more that upon which natural selection can act, right? So the more generations in a certain amount of time that a population goes through, the more subject to evolution it is, which is why bacteria can evolve so fast, viruses can evolve so fast, etc., etc. Is it me or mutalisk wings too small for them to be able to fly? No, absolutely. Depends on how heavy they are. Yeah, Doge, those are just sciencey gobbledygook words that Star Trek uses, but the idea is there. All right, what do I need to be doing right now? Let's get some OVs. Hey, get out of here. 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 How many shots can one of those stupid guys take? All right, that's done.
Our forces are under attack.
No! No! No!
Evolution complete.
No! 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 Alright. Alright. Okay. Ooh.
We require more Vespene gas.
Uh-oh. Get the heck out of here. Alright, that should be it. I'm gonna push. Should we push with these guys? I think we can start trying it, right? And I'm gonna start getting, well, let's circling speeds up. Do we have an Evo chamber? No.
Our forces are under attack.
No! 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 Stop it! Stop it. Stop it. Stop dropping on me! I don't like it. No. Stop. No. All right, I think I want to combine this with a drop as well. Let's do that. Let's do like 5 maybe? That's too many. It's fine. Let's get you moved into position. Yeah, the long-term evolutionary experiment. Yeah, that's the one with the bacteria that they freeze their populations over time. It's super cool. It's super duper cool. Super duper cool. Chat, how are we doing? Am I doing everything I need to be doing? Probably not. Alright, come on. Alright, come on. 1, 2, 3, 4. I want power overwhelming. That's what I want. More. More! I need another hatch is what I need, I think. Let's do that. More. All right, let's see how this goes. Let's see how this goes, chat. You're doing so good. More! No, I'm not very good at this game. Did I not do that? No. Fly, my brethren! Fly! Fly. Fly. I think next I'm gonna go spend down. So I'm gonna get more mutabilis. All right. So this group, can I shift 3 this? And then I go 1, 2, 3. Oh, hell yeah. All right. So these guys are gonna A-move in here. And then these guys are gonna unloot all those guys right there. Unload, please. Yes! Go get them. Guys, you gotta attack at the same time. All right, so the Zergling thing does not work at all. That's fine. So we're gonna do muta 2 there. Seriously? Come on, get him. All right. So that didn't work at all again. Let's get a... Did that evolution complete? No. Evolving. So that didn't work at all. Could probably do that again. Chat, how we doing? Get the heck out of here! Get the heck out of here! What do you think you're doing? What do you think you're doing? Huh? Wait, how many do I have here? I'm gonna need like 2 control groups of rude boys. Ooh, that's a lot. Okay, another 3 should be a whole thing of that. And I guess we can try the droppy drop again, but the Reavers really wreck our stuff. Uh-oh! This is bad. Alright, it's alright. This is super duper bad. Damn it.
Our forces are under attack.
This is super duper bad for us. Yep. Get him! Get him! Attack him! What are you, crazy?
The hive cluster is under attack.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Touche, you piece of crap. Arnar! Alright, maybe I should drop those boys. Huh? Maybe we can... Maybe we drop those boys instead, huh? I mean, that's a lot of those guys.
We require more minerals.
Y'all gonna get dropped.
Our forces are under attack.
You gotta attack together, my man. You gotta attack together, my man. Destroy this dang pylon. And this thing. Destroy the Reaver. Yes. 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 One more round of those boys.
Evolution complete.
Stay there for a second. Get that going. Get how many? Where did I put these guys? Over here. Let's go here. Let's go here. Let's put those guys down there. Attack there. Attack there. Let's get those guys there. Let's get 4 of those, 6 of those, 2 of those. 4 of those, 4 of those. So I got 3. That's fine. There, you're gonna stay here, you're gonna protect that, you're gonna go over here, you're gonna come over here, you're gonna come right over here, and you're gonna unload everything.
Purple Moose 84 cheered X100. At Realcal Hill Hey in the Twitch side does a gifted sub give access to the Discord. The first hit is free. Please remember to hit the follow button on Twitch, like and subscribe on YouTube. Remember to submit all science questions to the chat. Spam them. Real Key 9 Demon, Real Key 9 Demon, Real Key 9 Science Time, Real Key 9 Demon.
You're really gunning for
that
that mod position, huh, Purple? Are you, Kyle? Would you be mad if I'm growing out my half shave? No. Hot people are hot. Do you want any tips? Nah. Only if I lose. Isn't the goal of fusion reactors to achieve a self-sustaining reaction, but every time they try to fire up the reactors, they expend significantly more energy to sustain a reaction than is generated? No, actually, right now, Russian, we have, or not we, but there have been a number of labs that have gotten more energy than they put into it. It's just in turning that energy into usable electricity and capturing the output of the fusion reaction that is super difficult, you know? Is this a remaster of the original? Yes. This is a remaster. It looks nice, doesn't it? Science! Alright. Alright, let's find out where these guys are moving. Schmoving. Where's the dang Protoss? Where's the dang Protoss? Where's the dang... No. That's fine.
Our forces are under attack.
Where's the dang Protoss? Where are those boys? Where are those boys? Huh? Where are those boys? We move across the map like a swarm. Do you try nuking Zerglings to make them radioactive to the enemy? Fun fact, you can actually, there is a spell called Irradiate in this game, and you can irradiate things. Okay, so you are going to be Shift 3, and you are going to be Shift 4, and now I can go 3, and then 4, and then 3. Oh, wait, I didn't do enough. Oops, that didn't work. Uh-oh! Alright, that was good defense. Alright, so that is Shift 3, and then these are Shift 4. And then if I go Shift 3, I get those guys, and then if I go 4, I go these guys. Oh. Or I could just keep doing this, and this, and this, and A moving inside. Just doing that. Just do that. I could just do that instead.
Our forces are under attack.
It's getting so fast. It's crazy. Get the pylons down! Get those pylons down.
Our forces are under attack.
Yes. Oh, if they have any Dark Templars, I'm super duper dead. Got everything there. Get him!
Our forces are under attack.
Where? Alright, that's not worth it. Oh, you guys are toast.
Our forces are under attack.
Strike them down! Strike them down. And then more are coming. Yes. 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 Say goodbye. Yes. Attack together, please. Go over here, please. Thank you. Go together. And then in comes a huge mega swarm. And then in comes a giant fist. And then in comes a giant fist. in comes the giant fist. Where's the rest of you? Where's the rest of you? Where's the rest of you? Huh? I'm gonna keep it. Oh, you must be down here, huh? You must be down here, huh? Yes. 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 You must be down there, huh? Where are you? Where are you? You must be over here somewhere. Donde? Donde? Where? There you are. There you are. No, no, no. No, no, no. No, no, no. No one escapes. No one escapes. No one escapes. Not a one. Not a one. Trying to look at my mini-map. I think that it's got to be like everybody. Not a one. No, no, no. Oh, come on. That's got to be it, right? There was another base down here? I could have taken that.
Where are you, Tassadar?
Yes.
Do your underlings always do your fighting for you?
This shall be our battleground, O Queen. Face me here, and I will defeat you myself.
Uh-oh. 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 Uh-oh.
Awaken, my child. Now you have grown strong enough.
Uh-oh. I don't think it's gonna go too hot for him, Chad. Saving data. Yeah. Chat. I'm gonna use the restroom very quick, but we're gonna finish this mish. Get your science questions ready. We'll take some science questions for a second. If a fusion reactor has a breach, what happens to the plasma inside? How toxic is the gas inside? The gas isn't toxic at all. The gas is heavy hydrogen, which you could breathe in if you wanted to, and then breathe out. But it's deuterium and tritium gas, and if a fusion reaction is disrupted, it just stops. Unlike fission reaction, which can stay hot for a long time, and you have to get rid of that decay heat. If a fusion reaction stops, it just stops, and that's it. So if a fusion reactor is otherwise breached or hampered or destroyed in some way, you don't have a toxic collection of stuff inside of it to leak out or get out or anything like that. The reaction just stops. I hit something. Which engineering breakthrough do you think we'll see first? Economical and stable fusion, zero resistance room temperature conductors, or revolutionary material? From what I understand, superconducting, high temperature superconductors seem much closer than other things. Chat, give me 30 seconds. I'll be right back.
Awaken, my child. Now you have grown strong enough. Now you have grown strong enough.
Was there no music during the break? Did I hit pause or something? No, it just wasn't playing. Yeah, it's still there. Stat Phantom, thank you for the raid of the Big F. Appreciate it. Kyle, could you answer my question? I couldn't hear you because of an ad. Did my question get answered? Which one? Oh, all right. Yeah. So I did answer your question. Look how it color corrects me. It's weird. If I sit, see, it like does this like weird. See, now I look like a normal person, but like here it like softens everything. I don't know. So the cool thing about a fusion reactor in principle is that if a breach happens, the fusion reaction just stops. So inside of something like a tokamak, which is the design you've probably seen before, it's this big metal donut. It's this big donut. Inside that big donut is confined plasma. So plasma confined by this toroidal ring of magnetism. Not that other kind of tism, the magnetism. Look, we all got the other magnetism. So inside this toroidal ring of magnetism, you have deuterium and tritium, which is heavy hydrogen. Hydrogen with extra particles, neutrons if you're nasty. And this magnetic field acts to compress them and make them hot, like they'd be in the inside of a star, and then they combine, heavy hydrogen combines into helium. During this process, they go from two less stable atoms to one more stable atom, heavy hydrogen to helium, regular old party balloon helium. And in that process, some mass is lost. It's called a mass defect. And if you multiply the mass loss times the speed of light squared equals mc squared, you get the amount of energy produced in this fusion reaction. Now, I said all of that to give you an idea that a lot of things have to happen for fusion to happen. So I said in a previous video somewhere, sometime, that fusion is more active. You have to actively try to force atoms together with powerful magnets to get fusion. Fission is more passive. You can put fissile material near other fissile material, and if you do it in the right way, they will split and continue to split all on their own. That is why, even if you shut down a nuclear reactor, you still have to cool it down because there's still heat being produced. So it's like more passive. Fusion is more active. So, which is to say, I say which is to say way too much. Which is to say that if all of the processes that make the fusion happen, if one of them stops, then the fusion reaction just stops. If the magnetic field gets out of whack or the power gets cut, everything just stops because there's no active process trying to create fusion there. And the cool thing about fusion, because of that, it's basically not weaponizable. The fuel is gas. It's not very tritium is not very radioactive at all. In fact, I have some tritium in a keychain that I keep with me next to my cojones. It's not very radioactive at all. It's a beta emitter, so it doesn't even go through like glass or anything. Weak beta, just like Andrew Tate. Suck it. I wish that you weren't anywhere. So a fusion reactor is not weaponizable. You can't take this fuel and make a dirty bomb out of it. You can't just force it to explode without having literally the most complicated machines ever made. And even then, it doesn't explode. It's this fusion reaction that's controllable. in theory, a fusion reaction doesn't produce nuclear waste. It produces helium. Is the mute button on? No. Kyle, you got a boo-boo on your hand. It's true. I do. What would it take for humans to be able to regrow limbs? Well, babies have a much more robust rebuilding mechanism, regeneration mechanism than adults do. And we're trying to look into what part of our DNA is turning off, this regeneration mechanism that babies have and that other creatures have, like axolotls. Axolotls are the masters of regeneration. They're absolutely incredible. You can remove their eye any number of times and the eye will grow back. You can damage their brain. You can sever part of their spine. You can remove a limb and they will grow back without scarring indefinitely, which is amazing. But I said that baby thing because, and don't do this, but young babies, they can lose a fingertip and the fingertip will grow back. Now, I'm not saying to test this. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that we seem to downregulate this regenerative ability coded into us as we get older. And so part of like the anti-aging research and medicine and stem cells and all that stuff is also trying to figure out how and when our proteins and our genes switch all that off. You know what I mean? Yeah, don't do anything to babies. Yes, good point, Hillian. Yes, axolotls, much like babies, are neonatal. They stay in a baby-like form for that salamander. And so, does staying in a natal-like form have something to do with enhanced regenerative powers? I don't know. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can cut off babies' fingertips, but don't try that. Will you play the new Doom game? Yeah, probably not. Wait, let me just double check something. Baby regrow fingertips. Yes, it's possible for babies to grow a fingertip after an amputation, especially under 2 years old. Well, there you go. Did you know, chat, if you're sick of the AI inclusion in your Google searches and you don't trust them, like I don't, if you do your Google search and then you type in your thing you want to search and then type in -AI, that AI summary won't happen.
Awaken, my child.
Now, will you play this Science Time, the new Dune game? Also maybe raid my friend Shadow_guy. Honeybee 33 Argraresh 4 Sadraresh 4 Sad Solbly 1 Sag Garden 24 Beg Garden 24 Beg Garden 24 Beg Garden 24 Beg.
Just checking if my mute button works. Yeah, the AI results are boring. Or are annoying. Yeah, you can type in minus... Try it right now. Google something and then also have -AI, and it should work. I'm gonna have a muta escort for her, just in case. Stay there. Stay there. Stay there, pretty lady. Stay there, pretty lady. Stay there. Oh, I have to bring her there alone. I'm just checking. I'm just checking. I'm just checking. Can I check? Oh, I have to bring her there in an overlord. All right, stay there. Stay there. Stay there. I have to put her in. I have to put her in. I shouldn't say it. What I want to say is Sir Gussie, but I'm not going to say that. It works, but you have to use a space. Yeah. Type in your Google your query space minus AI, and it won't have the AI summary. Don't jellyfish do that? The regrowing thing? Oh, no, that's Turtopsis or something, like Turiptopses or something like that. It can return itself to a natal state, theoretically living forever. But that is only possible if it doesn't get eaten, or if it has enough, nutrients and things like that. She has Psystorm? That's awesome!
An illusion. Are you afraid to face me, Templar?
So long
It worked?
as you continue
Yeah.
to be so predictable, O Queen, I need not face you at all.
I didn't know she has Psystorm. That's awesome. What flavor claw do you have? Lemon. Yes. Now, Chad, I'd like to remind you that these streams are, of course, brought to you in part by Basilisk, the esports team of which I am... I say of which. My prepositional game is not fire right now. Definitely not fire. I am the head of education, science education, and outreach for Basilisk, the only esports organization that wants to create more scientists by playing the hardest games. We recently brought on to our roster the highest GM player in German history. He just won the German national championship, Vincent. He's a rising star in the chess world. We have the greatest StarCraft 2 player of all time on our roster, Cyril. And Cyril, Raynor, the Italian stallion, and Trigger have all qualified for StarCraft 2 at the Esports World Cup in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, late July. And I'm the fifth best StarCraft 2 player on the team. That's true. Turiptopsis, that's it. Thank you, Purple. Thanks for being here, Quint. Appreciate you.
Insufferable Protoss coward. Tassadar cannot evade my wrath forever.
I would dono just for her to yell at me. Do you play with the Basilisk members on stream? Not yet. Not yet. No, they're super busy training and grinding and traveling. I don't want to bother them. I want them to win. I want them to win so bad.
An attack powerful enough to nullify our reincarnation and give pause to the overmind itself.
So,
Russian, the prize pool for StarCraft 2 last year was $1 million for the winner.
Zas's brood has run amok, and even now threatens the Hive cluster. Cerebrate, you must eradicate the rampaging brood.
And unlike most esports organizations, we do not take a penny from any of our players' winnings. They earn that. All of our players, whatever they win, they keep. They do not give it to us in the organization at all. Haven't seen these campaign maps since my first playthrough in '99. Had a lot of fun mastering levels, but did save scum a few times on harder missions. Thank you, first time chatter meta. Yeah, we haven't saved scum very much here. I think I'm being pretty fair with it. How is that you don't play with them while on the team? Well, I'm not one of the players really. I'm the head of outreach, but I will at some point. I'm saying, Russian, they're busy training for the biggest tournament in the world at the moment. And one of our players is one of the favorites to win that tournament. So, also, I would be useless to them. Russian, their APM is like 500. You know what I mean? Like I would basically be as though I wasn't there. You know. I am the science mascot, Psycho. No, that's the point. They are on Basilisk to play competitive games and advance us in the esports side of things. I am here to introduce the organization to people like you by bringing science and gaming together, which is what we do here at the facility. Chad, I have a cool opportunity this weekend. I was told that, thank you, more dragons. What happens if 2 of your players are in the finals? Well, then they have to face each other. Let the best player win. I'll tell you guys later. Meh. Oh, Defilers. Oh, man. Best unit in any RTS game, according to Artosis. Do I just get all this stuff, or what's going on? Do I have to destroy all this before I can get it? Lame. Why don't you just give me this stuff? No, guys. Focus down the units, please. Thank you. Get out of the way. Get out of the way. Wow, that sound sure is fun to hear over and over again, huh, chat? Isn't that fun to hear just over and over again? Sounds pretty fun to just hear over and over and over again. Send you here, send you here, send you here, send you here. And let's do some scouty scouts. Huh? Let's do some scouty scouts. Woo! Yeah, science mascot is an important role, chat. I totally agree. It's we serve a important purpose. We're advancing our mission. I actually just had a very good call yesterday. We actually are going to work with a very, very cool organization. We're going to put them on our jerseys to feature them as a part of our outreach and education efforts. And it's going to be super duper cool. You're going to see. And then you're going to know that your boy made that happen. It's going to be cool. It's going to be cool. Why doesn't the government spend more money on science and engineering rather than the military? That is a question that would take a very long time to answer. Turning off Zerg building sounds and settings has been a prerequisite for most competitive players. Yeah, I have that turned off too, I think. Uh-oh. Yeah, I only have it so... Sounds play well in background. No, don't want that. Yeah, unit acknowledgements. I turned that off.
Our forces are under attack.
Okay, those guys are over there. Okay, those guys are over there. Got it. Oops, shouldn't have done that way. Those guys are over there. Got it. Got it. Very nice meeting you at Open Sauce last year, says Captain Ben. Hello, Ben. First time chatter, welcome. Happy to have you here. It was nice to meet you too. I would say that I remember who you are, but I don't. But if I saw your face, I would. I'm very, very good with faces. I'm much better with faces. If I saw your face, I'd remember you. I promise. Okay, so what's the first thing we got to do here? They have a lot of sunk... Oh, they want me to defile. Right. But what is Defiler's good against Zerg units? I guess... Because melee doesn't work under there, so I guess... What would I want under the Dark Swarm? I was the one in the lab coat, and we made fun of Alan Pan together. Well, then, we are fast friends if we both made fun of Alan. What the hell is Alan been up to, huh? I don't even know what he's doing. Mr. I don't have prosopagnosia over here. I don't. If you do, sorry. But to be fair, you know it's not the worst disease in the world. Kyle, if you're saying if I change my profile picture to my current hair, you'd still recognize me? Well, to be fair, your face is about this big in my field of vision. But yeah. Yeah, I don't know what's I could text Alan. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know what he's up to. Oh, I'm gonna need to do all this crap. Oh, I don't even have a spawning pool. Yeah. I'm effing up here. Let's get this. Let's get this done. Text him right now? Nah. Prank call him on stream? Nah. I mean, I could. But like what if he's not doing so good? Macro hatch. Wait, do I need a... Oh.
More minerals.
Thanks for being here, Spencer. I appreciate you. You should pull your strings more often when you have connections to people? Nah. If someone called me and they told me they were on stream, I would be super annoyed. I need to find... Let's use one of these mutabutas and see if there's another base over here somewhere. You don't want to put someone on the spot like that, chat. Is he still doing the Safety Third podcast? I don't think he is. Is he? Invite him to a Starcraft LAN session? Now that would be fun. What if... Chat, here's an idea. What if, as a part of Basilisk, I got some of my science friends to... I got some of my science friends to play in a StarCraft 1 tournament. That's a great idea. That's a great idea that I just had. That's a great idea that I just had. That is a great idea that I just had. That's a great idea. That's a great idea I just had. He hasn't been on in a very long time. Yeah, I don't know if he's still doing it. I remember you saying you were going to do a collaboration with Adam Savage. Have you ever done that? I did do one collaboration with Adam Savage a while ago when we both made a display case for a blueprint, an original blueprint from Mythbusters that Grant Imahara, God rest his soul, drew. But I'll be seeing Adam in a couple of weeks in July. Hey Kyle, I remember seeing you on a news program talking about yes, my very first appearance on camera was me on Fox and Friends. Can you tell me what I should search for? Nah, you don't need to see me. Even though I did nail that appearance. Even though I did go on Fox and Friends and make them say science is beautiful to me. That did happen. And Hill House, you'll be pleased to know that the oops. Let's get some Zerglings and see what's going on. You'll be happy to know that display is hanging above. It's in my home. It's in my home. Chompy's in the chat for the last... better late than never. Uh-oh. Okay, so that's where they are. They have an Ultralisk on the board! Alright. I want to see where the next base is going to be. That's what I need to see. Because we're going to start pushing out. We're going to start pushing. We're going to cushion, and then we're going to push in. We're going to push in with our cush in. No, you know what Chet, you know what I mean? Chet, do you know what I mean? The cush with the push, you know? Get out of here! Get the heck out of here! Captain, we don't have to get political here. Oh, but you're talking to... Yeah. Chat, I will say... Oh, no! Chat, I will say for context, the extent of the protests in Los Angeles, you have to remember that Los Angeles has more people in it, Los Angeles County has more people in it than 40 U.S. states do. And so the actual size of the protests is a tiny speck on the map. It's almost nothing and no one. It's very, very small. No! How are they killing so much? All right, that was bullcrap. What we're gonna do is make some static D, because I didn't know they could come from that way. That was kind of bullcrap. We also want to get transporting for droppy drops. Get out of here! Get some creep down here. Get some creepy beepies. That's what we're gonna do. I need the next base is what I need. I desperately need the next base.
We require more minerals.
Give me my mins! Indiscreet, thank you for being here. Legal Eagle made a nice video about that yesterday. Yeah, check. Just the actual scope and scale is greatly exaggerated in the media because those things are very newsworthy, right? And of course they are. Of course they are. But yeah, the true amount of people and the true size of the area and the true amount of things being affected is very, very small. Yes, there are going to be gigantic protests in 2 days, though. And that's a different story, right? All right, I'm running out of min-mins. I'm running out of sick min-mins. So I'm going to have to start pushing with my cushion. How many do I got here? That's not enough. It's not enough. It's not enough, chat. All right, let's see here. That's not enough. But they don't, it doesn't seem like they had... They had ground defenses, but they didn't have... Yeah. Want to get that before it transforms into a spore colony. Okay, thankfully this was a little bit... Oh, nope, stay away from that. Stay away from that, stay away from that. Stay away from that.
Our forces are under attack.
Get him. Okay, that should be... I think we should be okay here for a second, at least. Nope, we're not.
The Hive Cluster is under attack.
Ah, damn it! Everyone's dead. Any games you're eyeing during Steam Next Fest, Kyle? Everything's dead. Ill from Munfish looked so visceral and so disgusting. The way that they're doing the lighting and the character designs and everything's so, and the POV and the FOV are so gross and visceral and personal. That trailer kind of blew me away because of how gross it was. All right, I'm going to kill this stuff, and I'm going to talk to you in the meantime. Did you finish Oblivion Remastered? No.
Our forces are under attack.
I was next to a woman at Steam Game Fest who was literally screaming her head off for Resident Evil 9. Oh no, I'm dead. Wait, Hill House, are you Australian? Because that puts you way up in my book.
Our forces are under attack.
I can't believe I beefed that so hard. I definitely beefed it. Beef. Totally beefed it. I need more static D. I just need the D. What I need is the D. I need D, is what I'm getting at. I need the D. Does that make sense? So where were those where were those dubious gentlemen? Hill House, calm down, will you? Calm down, will you? I mean, like, calm down, will you? Boop. Calm down, will you? Everybody just calm down. Uh-oh. They're sharking. They're sharking. Get the hell out of here! Get the hell out of here! Get the hell out of here! I don't know if I'm gonna finish the Oblivion Remastered. It didn't strike me in any way. It just seemed kind of, you know, Skyrim-y and boring. Expand, creep! Do it! Come on. Just expand. Do it. Chad, how does my hair look today? Is it alright? I hope so. I hope. I hope. Goodness gracious, I hope. I hope. Sharking it. Sharking it. Yeah, but this game's better. All right, so what do so how am I gonna push into that bullcrap? I think I just need better upgraded, like, Hydralisks. Oh, they want me to do, we'll see. I think I'm pushing too quickly. I think they want these missions to be like an hour long and I get up to like max or something. But I'm gonna run out of minerals well before max, you know? So, yeah. I'm gonna run out of minerals well before max, so I'm gonna need to push over here into this other base at some tiempo in tiempo, you know? And I need more static D, but right now I need to maximize my minerales, right? I think so. Just expand to more clusters of minerals. Yeah, they are guarded by bad men, Russian. Very bad men. Don't you know? I'll show you. I prefer static X over static D. Thanks for being here, Grumpy Jane. Yeah, we, bonus stream this week because I won't be here this weekend. I'll be speaking at the American Nuclear Society. So, I want to make sure y'all get it. And by get it, I mean what Hill House means. Alright, let's run these Zerglings out here. Maybe there's another easier base to expand to. Let's see. Let's see. Doesn't look like it right there. Nope. I'm gonna get wrecked if I go right there. Wrecked him? I hardly knew him. Rector?
Our forces are under attack.
Oh! Stay away. Stay away. My micro will be invincible. Make this shift 1, go to lair.
Evolution complete.
Get that guy out of my face. Get more of those guys there. Get more static D here. D, that is. Get more static D, that is. Rectum? Okay. I hardly knew her. Spending down some gas. I'm gonna need a macro hatch. I think I'm gonna need sunken colony. I'm gonna need another boyo over there. Then we're gonna need more of those. Then we're gonna need this guy to continue on his glorious mission. I need to find the base. Find the base. Chompy redeemed a hydrate and a random science time. Perfect timing.
Awaken, my child. Now you have grown strong enough.
Kyle, what happens when you squish a grape? I hope that's not a metaphor. Random science time and hydrate. Okay. What have I learned recently? Do you know why it's possible for centrifuges to separate the constituents of your blood? It's because the different things in your blood, like the serum, what do they call it, serum? Is serum a part of the blood? But the red blood cells themselves, I don't want to spread misinformation. Right. It's not called serum. Why do I think it's called serum? There is something called serum, though, right? It's the liquid portion of the blood. Right. That's what the serum is. But blood is plasma, red blood cells, white blood cells, platelets, that kind of stuff. Now, all of those different... See how much different I look when I do that? Those different parts of your blood, of which there are many, weigh different weights. And because they have different weights, they are affected by the spin of the centrifuge differently, which means they will separate themselves into those different weighted categories, so to speak, because they're each influenced by the centrifugal forces, which are fictitious differently. Does he laugh? Do you like to tell dad jokes? No. I'm not a father. That I know of.
Awaken, my child. Now you have grown strong enough.
That I know of. Yeah, that was a random science time. Boop. 32 today? That's pretty good. Chat, what's coming up at the facility? We have a lot more little science news and some shorts coming up, some new merch dropped today. If you want a 10% discount on that, you can join the facility at patreon.com/Kyle Hill, or you can just go to shop.kylehill.net and get the new Internet is Dead merchandise that we worked on, which I like quite a lot. 2 new designs on different mediums, t-shirts, mouse pads, that kind of thing. Also, the latest episode about another criticality accident, a famous criticality accident that answers the question, what if the Demon Core was worse? That's up on the main channel now. I won't be game streaming this weekend because I will be in Chicago speaking at not 1, but 2, count them 2, different parts of the American Nuclear Society's conference this year. And then very shortly after that, I'll be at MagicCon in Las Vegas to play any of you nerds without mercy, or sign your cards, or touch your forehead, whatever you want. Yeah, just touch your forehead, just like I'll just boop you. I want to see how fast your reaction time is. Be like, hey, yeah, and it's... Gotcha. So that's coming up. I have footage from Slovakia. I have footage from inside of a nuclear cooling tower. I'll have some footage from Chi-Town, as they call it. Because I think there's some cool opportunities there when I'm doing some of the stuff that we're going to do with students. We're going to have cloud chambers. We're going to have Geiger counters. This, that, and the other thing. It's going to be good, I think. Hopefully. Yeah. Oh, and then I think we'll also make some sort of travel short out of my time in the IAEA. You'll see a portion of my comments that I left in front of an international panel of... I can tell that there's of atomic energy experts, which is very humbling and very cool. But yeah. Please raid Maury Girl. I think I'm going to raid my friend Grand Pooh Bear, Purple, because he just finished his subathon, and I know how hard that is on. Well, I don't know physically. I can imagine how hard that is on the body, so I think I'll do that. But yeah, no, I'm a nuclear zaddy now. You can tell by all the gray. Look how long it is. Look at all that. But yeah, a lot of cool stuff coming up at the facility chat. If you want to catch up with any of it or be involved in any of it, the best way, as Purple Moose will tell you, she's very on top of it today, is patreon.com/Kyle Hill. At a certain level, I think at the second tier, you get into the Discord where we have hundreds and hundreds of the nerdiest, nicest nerds that you could ever possibly interact with. I'm there basically 24/7. So if you want to interact with me more so or ask me questions or whatever the thing is, I'll see you there. And yeah, I'll be back. Oh, shnikes. We might have to do another extra stream next week in the middle of the week instead of the weekend, because I'll be playing Magic the Gathering 12 hours a day during the weekend. So I think we'll have to do that. Chat, no matter where I see you next. Oh, and don't forget, the new version of Office Hours is coming. I just need more time where I'm not traveling, and I will get to that, I promise. And may have some special guests, may have some special co-hosts. Liz, thank you for the 100. Trust me, it's all still, I have many Post Malone at notes that all, I'm getting to it, chat. But no matter where I see you next time, back inside the Facility Blast stores, out in amongst the rabble of the YouTube comments, wherever it is. Until then, hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. And of course, as always, be nice to each other, because this is all we got. That and rockin' guitar riffs that are free to use.
Awaken, my child.